we have a problem putting Jesus into our contemporary contexts. And it's very important to be able to do that if we're going to have him as our master and teacher, because we're going to have to think of him as someone who really does know what we're trying to do. I'd like to challenge people in Christian colleges to think who's the smartest man in their field. And usually they will run around to all sorts of people. And then when I suggest, no, the smartest man in your field, whatever that field is, it's Jesus. He knows more about it than anyone else. And we have to think of him in that way if we're going to put him into our lives and trust him with our work, with our community, or whatever the issue is that is coming up. And that's difficult for some people because they've been taught to think of Jesus as a kind of a victim of some sort. They misread even the events of the crucifixion, which, as he clearly said, was his choice. And he knew how to do that, and he knew how to lay down his life and how to take it up. He's not a victim. He was never a victim. He was in complete control of all of that. And if there were any victims, they were the ones who thought they were in charge. You almost feel sorry for Pilate because he clearly had no idea what was going on, and he has wound up as an example of betrayal and wrongdoing in leadership ever since. We have to think that Jesus knows best about everything that we're doing. And the early Christians did that. That's why in Colossians chapter 2, it says that in him is all wisdom and all knowledge. Well, of course, since he was the creator, obviously he knows what makes it run, and whatever that is. And so we really do have to change our way of thinking about Jesus. And the New Testament tries to help us with that. You start out with the carpenter, and then you move on up. And by the time you get to the end in Revelation 1, he's the Alpha and the Omega. He's the King of the kings of the earth. And whoever is running your government here in the UK is actually working for him. They may not know that, but he knows it. And they're responsible to him because he is the King of the kings of the earth.